Monica. This video is going to be focusing on misalignments structurally in your body. It does help if you have somebody else, maybe if you have a roommate or a partner with you to kind of evaluate your body. But you can also do this by taking a picture of yourself, your full body from head to toe, standing up with straight knees, just normal. And then one picture looking straight out. Just set the timer on your phone and just turn your head. So what you're looking for here is the alignment of your bone structure and what might be a misalignment actually. And nobody's perfect, so we are always gonna usually find something. But it's important to know what it is that you have, because then it might answer some questions that come up later when you're doing certain things or when you experience pain. So when you're looking at yourself from a front view, you want to make sure that your nose is in line with your sternum, with your clavicle here, and then that's in line with your belly button and then your pubic bone, okay? So you have this straight line going down from your body, and your head isn't over to one side. That can happen, or your belly button, your rib cage can be off. That's definitely an indication that you have a spinal misalignment. So you want nose, clavicle, belly button, pubic bone on a straight line. And then look at your hips. So these are your hip bones, your ASIS, anterior hip bones. And just notice down, are your knees even? Are your knees in line with that line? So you want the inside of your hip bone to be in line with the center of the knees, the center of the patella, and then the inside of that first toe between the first and second toe. So you want that all to be lining up. So you want to look, are your knees facing in? Are the eyes of your knees crossed, basically, like cross-eyed? Or are they out? Are you bow-legged? Is the center line going down the inside of your legs? That's something to notice here. You also want to pay attention to your shoulders now. So is one shoulder up? You want to look and see, oh, is that off? It could mean that you have a spinal misalignment. It could mean that you have an overdeveloped muscle on one side, and you're always working that trap on your right side, and then it's overdeveloped. Therefore, it's lifting up that side, and it could even be pulling your spine to it could be causing all these problems. So when you look at yourself from the side, the tip of your earlobe, like right where my earring is, should line up with the top of your shoulder, the center of your rib cage, the top of your iliac crest, so right where your hand can kind of go in there, that top point right there, and then the side of your knee, right on the side laterally of your knee, and then the front of this ankle bone, the malleolus, the front of that bone, okay? So you can see on me that my shoulder is slightly forward here. And then even my hips, they might even be slightly back, but that could be the problem here. Not the problem, just a misalignment. I could even be slightly forward or slightly back. Our neck placement, our head placement. You could have your hips way back here. You could have your rib cage set further back or set further forward, and you're back here. And notice, are you hyperextending? Are your knees bent when you're straightening your knees all the way? Are they still bent? You want that extension. There's so many things that you should be able to recognize is going on with your side alignment. Now we have a goal. Now we know, well, what's causing this? What do I need to work on? Maybe I need to, really work on my back strength. Maybe I need to really work on elongating my tailbone and getting the length in the front of the hips, blah, blah, blah. You also want to maybe film yourself walking a little bit. You can just walk straight on, maybe put the camera back all the way at the end of the room and just, do about 10 steps walking towards the camera. And then you can turn and walk this way, making sure you're looking straight ahead. And what you want to do is look out for the misalignments as you walk. So are you walking with your hips back? Are you walking with your shoulders behind you? Is your head out? Are you internally rotating as you're walking or externally rotating? It's hard for you to do it because what you're doing feels normal. So you might not see something right away, which is why it is important to at least have 1 or 2 private lessons with a good trainer, a good Pilates instructor that can tell you some of these habits that you have. And you can't take it personally. You can't, think that it's a bad thing and it's making you unattractive in any way. This is normal. We're human, we're imperfect, and the more that we know about our bodies, the more that we can try to build strength in those weaknesses, so we can start to notice the way we're walking. If our hips are back, and now we can notice, if we build strength within our internal core muscles and lengthen our low back. And for me, I'm constantly kind of slouching over, which creates that shoulder hunched look. And the more that I can work my scapula and really get the strength to kind of sit my shoulders right on my hips, and then pull my tailbone down and get length in the front of my hips, and then bend slightly in my knees, engage my quads, and now I'm standing up straight. And I actually feel a lot better. I feel taller. I feel like I have more energy because I can stand up straight. Now, it's hard for me to stand like this all day, obviously, but Pilates will work those structural muscles to help you with that.